What is going on, people? Hello. It's
What
your boy
up,
CK and your other boy, Mr. Brandon. How you doing?
What up?
Say hi to the people.
What up? 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 Hey, what up? What up? Hey, what up? What up? Hey.
Well, as you guys can tell, somebody's in a better mood than others here in this stream, in this podcast of sorts, because somebody's team, even though they did it last night, beat a Florida team tonight. And that's right.
Sure did. We sure did.
the
Maybe
Lakers.
not yesterday, but today.
Right.
Today we learned our lesson. Today.
Well, we didn't. After being blown out by these guys on our own home floor, you think that we'd come in, try to smack them in the throat? Nope. They kept us down the entire game. But Brandon, your lovely Lakers are the victors. First and foremost, shout out to everybody in the chat right now. What's up? Welcome back. We are a week out after being gone last week. Yeah, we're glad to be back. We got a lot of fun topics tonight. I know a lot of, if any Knicks fans, well, the majority of the Knicks fans that do end up joining are gonna like the first topic because everybody will get to that. But before we get there, let's Brandon wants to say a thing or two about his lovely Lakers W today. You want to take the floor about that?
What is my boy that be on Spectrum? He'd be like, that's how he go, and he does defensive slide.
You talking about James Worthy?
James Worthy
Oh my God!
be on it. That's how you play defense.
I can't stand you, man.
Man.
Get it up. Okay.
Woo-wee.
You got anything to say about your stupid team?
My stupid team. That's got a better record now. You was talking all that smack in the beginning.
I was enjoying every second of it until you guys. What was this, 4 in a row? No. You strict ended yesterday.
Yeah, we have 4 in a row, but don't worry, we can start it again. Don't worry. Don't just wait on it. Just wait on it, okay? All right, and of course, we haven't even touched the real subject at hand. 50, not just 50. 51.
I hate you. I can't believe you just put emphasis on the one. Get out of my damn.
Not just God. 50. My man had to pull up for that 3 and get that 51.
All I saw was some easy assists for Lonzo. Thank you, Lonzo, for those fantasy points, securing me a victory.
Hey, man, as long as Brian get his 50 piece, Lonzo, you can do whatever you want, man.
My God.
Even though like 5 minutes ago I was just like, man, can you be more aggressive? But you know what? For the show, LeBron James.
We can come to the agreement that the notes that Frank Ntilikina are given by Knicks fans are the same notes that Lonzo Ball is going to be given. Let's just agree to disagree on that.
Oh, we can definitely agree on that.
I was about to say, I don't think there's going to be much disagreeing with that. But actually, I want to add something to the show. This is a fun show. It's an NBA-based show. Shout out to the chat right now. We're at 23 strong. Shout out to all you guys. I'm gonna address the chat in a second. But this is a fun show. We got the what's it called? The awards, not bet, but the awards thing that me and Brandon got going on for the season. But I want to add something because the league scoring is just so easy in the league these days. You breathe
on someone, you foul.
The facts. I want to add something to the show, and I'm calling it the 50 board. All right. So far, there has been 6 50-plus point games this season. So we are going to have a 50 board for every 50-point game. We're going to tally them up, and I want to see if we can get 50-50s. I think that should be the new goal for the channel. I'm gonna put it over here. We need to get 50-50s.
Okay.
Let me see if I can.
I like this 50.
Can you see that? Look, that's 6. That's 6 50-point games. So every Sunday we're gonna open up this show, and that's gonna be there. And hopefully there'll be some 50s throughout the week, and we add to it. And if not, then it's gonna be at that 6. It is the new 50-50 board. Yes, and every year we're going to be shooting for that 50-50 season.
Well, right now, let's call it out. Who's getting the next 50 piece?
I don't know. But for the record, I did say Kemba was gonna. He didn't. at the time. He didn't get the next one, but I said 50. Kemba was gonna be. I thought Kemba was gonna be the next one to get 50. He waited for Derrick Rose, Clay, and who else did it right before him? Someone else did it right before him. Was it Blake? No, it was right after the Blake Curry guys. They did it. And then
Derrick Rose.
So then I guess it was just Derrick Rose and Clay, and then Kemba wanted to come up and get his 50 piece, and then LeBron dropped, or he get his 60 piece, in a loss. But actually, yeah. But so going into this new era of coast to coast of the 50 board, let me fact check myself so you guys know all 6 of our 50 plus point games, and we're gonna be counting them from here on. So the first one was obviously Blake Griffin's 50-point game against Philly, where they won that game. The next one up was Steph Curry the following night, who dropped 51 against Washington, again in a win. Then we had, I'm trying to follow it by date. Then we had Klay Thompson, who dropped it a few days later with 52 against Chicago when he was having a terrible shooting slump, and they blew out Chicago in Chicago. Then was the infamous Derrick Rose 50-point game where he was crying and, everybody was loving it. Derrick Rose is back. And then after that, then we had then last night was Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker dropped that 60-piece in a loss. He's the only one on my list that got 50-plus without winning, by the way.
Jimmy blew that for him, though.
Jimmy Butler hit a shot, boy. Jimmy hit a shot. And then
actually
tonight.
And Charlotte, as a team, let that man down. Did you see
defensively. Sorry, closing my window. Yeah, defensively.
Yeah. So
defensively.
He ain't supposed to do that.
He ain't supposed to do that.
Okay, yeah, they just came out. I was telling before we went live that Lance wanted LeBron to shoot that 3 to get that 50.
I know, man. Look, you know what it is? I hit up Lance. I told him about the new idea for the show. So he's like, I got you. We'll get as many of those as possible.
You got my man on speed dial? Oh, okay. Appreciate you.
If you look at my profile from the side, you can see I got that Lance Stevenson beard anyway. So you see me. So me and Lance got a connection. Anyways, so let me look. Oh, sorry. There's 38. Shout out to 38 in the chat. Jesus, man, you guys are amazing. CK, what's up, Patrick? How you doing? 50-50 is ridiculous. Set the bar at 12. Look, man, it is barely November and we already got 6. Okay, it is November and we got 6. We gotta shoot high, okay? And this is all in the entire league. We don't know. 50 probably won't happen, but we're setting the bar at 50. 50-50 board.
50-50.
It won't happen. It probably won't happen. But that's just for the NBA players to let us. So many threes in this league. We've had Tim Hardaway himself flirt with 40 points in numerous games. It can happen.
It's only a matter of time before Devin Booker gets his.
Looking on the list, I was going to write them all down, but the amount of 47s and 48s that we've already had, if they had broke it and got 50 points, I think we would be at either 11 or 12 right now with those people that had 48 and 47. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Just needs to foul him right quick.
It's crazy. So we're gonna shoot the bar at 50. I know that's ridiculous. I know it's crazy. I know I saw little man Nick. What's up, bro? He said you wild. There ain't no 50 games, Chief. We'll see.
Watch, Nick. You gonna see it, bro.
Bailey saying Kemba come home. Well, that is actually. I'm glad you mentioned that. I was gonna talk about the Knicks, but I'm not talking about the Knicks. We lost again. We're 4-13. No, there's nothing to talk about. I had the highlights pulled out. I don't want to talk about the Knicks, man.
There's plenty to talk about.
My video tomorrow is it's gonna be fun. I'm enjoying my video tomorrow. No, it's good. It's actually I mentioned tonight's game, but it's more so about the Kevin Knox slander and the David Fizdale. Not so much Neil Keena. I mentioned them, but more the David Fizdale and Kevin Knox slander that these foolish Knicks fans are giving. But that's besides the point. We're seeing right now in the chat we have people wanting Kemba Walker to come home and be a New York Knick, which is the very first segment of our show tonight is Kemba Walker. We all know about Kemba Walker's 60-piece that he dropped last night against the Philadelphia 76ers in a loss. Now, Kemba's this has happened to him a lot of times in his career when he would put beastly god tier numbers with great percentage shooting, and just like it always at home too, which is what's always crazy. It's always in Charlotte, and they always come up short and they always lose those games. Now, as you guys saw, if you joined the show and you saw the thumbnail, the question is, what I don't even remember the question. Something about loyalty going too far. Is it time for Kemba Walker to go? I mean, it's probably an easy yes, right?
Absolutely. They were trying to get rid of him last year.
Yeah, well,
I don't know if you remember that.
No, I remember that. They've been trying to get. I feel like he's always been on the trade block.
Well, one, because I think he's their only trade asset, so it makes sense. But at the same time, you can't trade that man when he's your best player on your team. Not unless you're the Clippers, and that's a whole different debacle.
That a Blake Griffin joke? You making a Blake Griffin joke?
I had to throw it in there real quick. But yeah, he's a free agent after this season. It will make sense for him to leave. Now, where he goes, nobody knows. Where do you see him going if he decides to leave all that money on the table?
I just don't see the Knicks realistic. Not anymore. I mean, I know everybody's just because of our tremendous losing streak, because he's not been playing well offensively. People are giving up on Frank, so they're thinking we still need a point guard of the future and rah. I don't know, man. He needs to go. That's a point blank period. Where he goes, that's the fun question.
Absolutely.
Can you imagine if he went to Phoenix though? Because they literally are just a point guard away from being a team to think about. They have every position young, but they have every position filled up and ready to go for the future.
Right.
Minus a point guard.
I'm not sure about Jackson at the moment.
But they have TJ Warren, who they go, and Mikal Bridges has been shout out to Mikal Bridges. He's been great off the bench to the point where I don't think they started him yet, but they're already talking about starting him. He's a two-way guy. He plays defense and he can score buckets for you.
He's like a young Trevor Ariza is what you're saying.
Just less athletic, but yes.
Okay.
Because Trevor Ariza, when he was young, was athletic as all hell. But
just athletic, nothing else.
When he was young, you talking about Trevor Ariza? Yeah. That was all he had until he went to Lakers and realized that he can do more in his game. But I mean, minus the three. I mean, they still have enough wings where that spot can be filled. But like they have the Devin Booker, they have Ayton. They got what's it called? Their bench is young as well. I like a Kobo who's been playing okay for them. They have, I think, a Cannon is going to be the guy that they have starting right now, and all that kind of stuff. So I think like Kemba Walker fitting there, even though it's Phoenix, so no one cares about Phoenix, but. To me, that'd be something to think about.
It would make the most sense.
Yeah.
Either that or, I mean, I wish I wouldn't put this on him, but like a team like Orlando.
Wait, why? What do you mean by that? That would be a good fit too. Orlando is not bad, man. I just mentioned that.
They just got a bad rep.
They have a terrible rep. They have a terrible reputation.
Because how many transitions did they have to go through? Of like
a billion.
Exactly.
Going all the way back from my guy T-Mac. A billion transitions.
It's just bad management. I guess it leaks. It doesn't always your appearance isn't always going to be what it actually is. Your what you've done over the last 15 years, 20 years is what's people are going to remember, besides this year where they're like, I don't know, they beaten 5 playoff teams from last season.
Yes.
So, I
and the Knicks twice.
But
yeah, no. But the thing is, just going back to my Knicks, but the biggest thing, and this I loved when it was mentioned during our game as well, because I'd seen this prior to the game. They are one of the best teams at moving the ball that I've seen all season. Like the amount of assists that they drop on a team, the fact that they're able to move the ball and confuse the defense so well, and it still ends up in the guy that you want to score the ball's hands. Like that is the kind of mold that you want to you want to copy. And that, like, for the Knicks, that's what I want. I feel like if the Knicks did that, even with the guys we have right now in the East, we could easily be at 500, if not above 500, because we're only now facing our toughest point of the schedule right now. Because let me tell you who we got, Brandon. After tonight's game, let me tell you who we got for the rest of the month. You ready for this? We got Portland, we got Boston, we got the Pelicans again, we have the playoff-bound Memphis Grizzlies, Detroit, and Philly. That's to end our November.
Well,
yeah. Just the L's are going to continue. But my thing is the way they move the ball and how many assists that they average per game. It's night and day from last season, because last season they weren't that team, and it was the same coaches, still Steve Clifford. They don't really change much in the coaching system, and Steve Clifford Clifford. Is this Clifford's first year? It was last year. Last year was his first year, right?
Last year was his first year.
Yeah, right. Because they got rid of Vogel. So he's been preaching the ball movement, but because they had young dudes, they weren't doing it. And this is why I try to tell people about the Knicks right now. It's like everybody's already ready to throw Fizdale in the fire, because he makes bad substitutions. He's doing this, he's doing that. But people don't understand, when you have the youngest roster in the league, they're not gonna catch on to what he's trying to put out right away.
I've never heard of a successful NBA team, a young team.
100%.
Never ever
right away.
Right away.
It's just not possible.
Say OKC, when they had the three-headed monster, that took them 3 years, 4 years for that to finally start at least making the playoffs.
Yep.
So, and that's Hall of Fame players.
Yeah.
So
which we later found out for sure.
Everybody else, you literally have to give it time.
Yeah.
20 games is not enough.
Too soon, man.
Too small of a sample size.
Too soon. Our rookie that people are throwing in the fire, Kevin Knox, he was robbed of 2 weeks of his career so far. So he's already on a learning curve, or he's already behind on the learning curve, while, Trier, who's doing well, has been playing a lot of the games, Mitchell Robinson, so on and so forth. And rookies across the board, the Aitons and the Marvin Bagleys, all those guys that have been playing and doing well. Kevin Knox is, this is his fourth game in a row since he's been back. And he's been doing up until tonight. He didn't have a great game tonight, but up until tonight, I mean, to still be shooting or averaging above 13 points per game after being rusty, like, I'm taking it. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to go in more detail about that in tomorrow's video. I'm not going to talk more about that, but going back to Orlando, I love what they have with this team, with the ball movement, watching highlights from the Laker game last night and watching them in both games against us, especially in New York. Tonight's game was cool, but we were more ready for it than when they did it to us in New York, because the way that ball was moving around, and we looked so slow and stupid. Like, oh my gosh, yes, it was just zip zapping, boot bapping everybody, and it still ended in, like, Aaron Gordon didn't even play that game. We were getting killed by Fournier and Vucevic. Like, it's just like, man, that team is just a well-oiled machine, and it like you said, like, it's something that doesn't happen overnight, and it's just like, it's impressive. So for Kemba Walker to go there, I don't see that as crazy. I think because, I mean, they got Jaren Jackson, great. They got DJ Augustine looking like he just got drafted a few years ago, like looking super young. Yeah. So I mean, like a Kemba Walker, he's been super consistent for 100%. And to slot a Kemba Walker in that spot, like, yes, he's a scorer, but Kemba Walker is good at playing in systems. And like I said, the ball's still gonna end up back in his hands if they're able to get the production out of DJ Augustine. God, imagine that with Kemba. So I don't think that's crazy. I think that you saying that, I think that's a good fit as well.
Okay.
I think
if he wanted to stay in the East, he could easily do that. It's just a matter of continuing Aaron Gordon's progress, and hopefully he becomes that two-way player that they keep preaching that he is. Mm-hmm. So, it's something to think about for Kemba. Yeah, more options.
Yeah, I'm not against it, but I know. Now we're gonna check the chat and see what the chat has to say, and I already know that everyone's like, "If it ain't the Knicks, I don't care." I don't know, man. I don't know. I just focus on trying to get a KD. If we strike out on KD, don't go crazy and pull an like, I love Amari Stoudemire for what it was, but don't do an Amari Stoudemire where it's like, we need to get somebody this year. If not, then it's a fail. Let's throw the money at the next best person. Like, don't do that again.
New York Knicks fans, would you guys want Kyrie Irving or Kemba Walker first? I guess that's the more important question to ask.
Is that even a good question? Like, get out.
Hey, I would like to see some people's responses because you and I have already know who we should pick.
Mm-hmm.
What about everybody else? So,
facts. Yeah, I like Kemba though. I've been a fan of Kemba. I'm not gonna say anything crazy. I just don't see the fit in New York right now.
I always said he'd be a poor man's AI whenever he got drafted.
He's very close to that. I can't give it to him full, but he's very That's the closest thing to it so far for sure. All right, going back to the comments here. Delano saying I don't want any other teams getting Kemba if he's not going to the Knicks. That's what I said word for word. And then he followed that up. I said, this is why I wanted Michael Porter Jr. or Bridges in the draft over. Nah. Okay. Delano, I'm not addressing it. I'm not saying anything.
Michael Porter Jr.?
He's going to be good. I think Michael Porter's going to be nice. It's just it's going to take such a long time because coming back from a back injury, though.
My man is coming into the league 65. All right.
That's rough.
Like,
but we'll see.
All right.
Yeah, we'll see. What's up, Quentin? What's up, Jacob Harms? And what's up, Samuel Monroy? Shout out to you guys. Who's Mark's in the building? What's good? What's the topic? We were talking about Kemba. I see that you've said some stuff since, but that was the topic. The first topic was Kemba. Everybody's saying Kyrie. Everyone's saying Kyrie easy. I'm not paying Kemba max money. 100%, Mark. 100%. 100%.
They're both around the same age. They both can score the basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Both are kind of iffy on defense.
Mm-hmm.
Only big difference is Kyrie's had two teams that can lead him to the finals, and Kemba's been by himself in Charlotte.
Yeah,
that's the most significant difference.
Yeah, and I think and one has a chip and the other one didn't. But again, like you said, one was able to get to the finals, so that's one. That's one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is the last thing I'm saying about Knox tonight. Other than that, you guys have to watch tomorrow's video if you want to hear anything else about Knox. This is the last thing I'm saying about Knox. All I'm going to say is please do yourself a favor and go look at any tape of Giannis Antetokounmpo his first 2 years and then come back to me and talk to me about Kevin Knox.
Looking like a deer.
Okay, Giannis Antetokounmpo took some of the craziest shots, looked like he did not know how to use his legs, and looked like his body was too long for his brain. That is what Kevin Knox looks like, but he is way more inclined offensively.
He got more cut.
That's what I'm saying.
Way more cut.
Calm the hell down about the Kevin Knox trades and I just want all y'all to keep the same energy in 3 years when we got Kevin Knox doing things. That's all I'm saying. It's his first year and he's 19 years old. So just do yourself a favor. Go look at Giannis Antetokounmpo tapes when he was a rookie. Okay? And then come back to me and we'll talk. Okay, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he's gonna be Giannis, but I'm saying a lot of the similarities from what I've been hearing about the running and his nonchalant shooting and this and that. Go look at Giannis, and we'll talk in a second. All right, that's all I'm saying. But Kemba, I think we're all in agreement that Kemba is leaving. A lot of people want him on the Knicks. I like Orlando. Honestly, I want to take that over my Phoenix pick. I just think Phoenix is just so close. Not that I just for Devin
Phoenix
Booker's sake.
2 years away from being 2 years away.
Set facts. Just for Devin Booker's sake, I want them to be good. That's really all it is. Like I don't care enough about Phoenix Suns. It's just I like Devin Booker a lot, so I want to see him win. And if it's not there, then it ain't gonna be there, and it's looking that way. Oh man.
Stay Mellow said got insight from one of my guys working with the Raptors who said Michael Porter Jr.'s back is worse than Dwight's.
Oh, you don't want to hear that. No. Cause look at Dwight now, man, walking stiff like he got something up his butt. You don't want none of that.
Legit had a butt injury, so pause.
I don't think Knox will be an all-star. That's what I know. Giannis has a fire. Giannis looked like Frank when he was a rookie. He looked like he was just blindsided by the NBA when he was a rookie. Like, you know how Frank has that look where Frank always looking like he's like, okay, I just didn't think something's going on. That is the look that Giannis had too. that fire was built in time, you know, wanting to be the best. Like that comes in, and Kev has that, man. Just because he has that T-Mac sleepy face, I don't mean nothing, man. Again, I'm not gonna go into detail about that. Anyways,
tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Tune in my video tomorrow. I go in more depth into that. But so moving on with tonight. For those who are just joining, we talked about Kemba Walker and his 60 piece. We introduced the 50-50 board. Those are the amount of 50-point games we have thus far in the season. It will go up for every 50-point game. We're at 6 right now, and we're setting a high challenge of 50-point games. It's probably not going to happen, but we shoot for the stars here on Coast to Coast, okay?
Yeah. Forget you, Nick. All right? It's going to happen.
We shooting for the stars. If it don't happen, it don't happen. We wait for the next year. Actually, can somebody get that stat? Can somebody get the stat of how many 50-point games were scored last year? And then we'll get back to this, all right? We'll talk later. I lost my sheet because we were talking about Kevin Knox, and I got so frustrated. All right, here we are. This is something I found very interesting, and I'm not sure how many people. I think it's something to talk about because the same Kevin Knox is one of the people that transitioned to it. But there is a shift in footwear in the league, and it is it's not appalling, but it's something to think about. Okay. Now, we always knew that Nike and Adidas have always been the heavy hitters of the league. You know, you come out the league, you want to be wearing with Nike, or with Nike also includes Jordan, by the way. But you want to be a Nike athlete. You know, the commercials back in the day. You want to be an Adidas athlete. You know, D Rose, an MVP. You know, Tim Duncan. Bad excuse, but like, you know, like these guys, like these big names are signing these shoes. But then out of nowhere this season, we saw Puma just jump into the game and snagged up all of like the top rookies in this year's rookie class. But not only that, they snagged up some veterans that not a lot of people know about from other competing shoe brands. And now Converse just entered the ball game too by snagging Kelly Oubre Jr. from Adidas. So the fact of the matter is, these athletes are looking to do things different. Do things different, right? Exactly. And let's be real, the person who pioneered that was Steph Curry. I mean, Steph Curry was a Nike athlete, and then he went over to Under Armour when Under Armour had nothing going on, and they just dropped ugly shoe after ugly shoe until it took their 4th shoe or 5th shoe that they finally got right. And it looks great, and he has his own signature shoe, and now to the point where they pulled a Joel Embiid. So going on that point, I'm going to name some names for those who did not know who's moved over and who left where they're at. So also, big note, Jay-Z is also the president of Puma. Did you know that, Brandon Warren?
I did not know that, but let me get my Lakers take in this. We all know who started the trend last year.
He didn't start it.
Okay. LA's favorite father.
He didn't start it.
The dearest father of them all.
He didn't start. Okay. Who? Go ahead.
Mr. LeVar Ball himself.
Okay. Look. Okay. He didn't. Okay. You know what? I love LeVar. Never lost. But did he start it though?
He didn't start it, but he
because people are not like making their own brands, but he's in the sense of, you know, not having to. Okay. You know, I'll give you that. Just I was saying it out loud, you know, in the sense of not going with the mold. I'll give you that. I don't think it's LeVar's fault, but I'll give you that he has some take in it. Who's Mark said Puma gonna go out of business if they don't stop with the Puma. Yo, look, they just first and foremost, who's Mark? Those are Clyde shoes, all right. So be careful what you're saying. Those are Clyde's sneakers that they bringing back. But they got it. That's the only basketball shoe they had, so they're bringing it in. You know, introducing us. The colorways are pretty dope. The new Black Panther or whatever they're calling the colorway looks pretty cool. Anyways, so here's the thievery going on in the league right now. This is the crazy thievery. So we got, like I said, Kelly Oubre, who went to Converse, left Adidas. Boom, take that Adidas. Joel Embiid going to Under Armour, left Adidas. Boom, take that Adidas. All of these L's for Adidas. Shout out to Adidas. I'm an Adidas guy. Adidas. Terry Rozier going to Pumas. Boom. Sorry, Adidas. I don't want to be with you either. But here's where the Nike shift changes. Nike takes some bigger hits, if you ask me. Now, here's the lower side. Rudy Gay went to Pumas, leaving Nike. Danny Green, lower tier, Pumas after leaving Nike. Kyle Kuzma is still a Nike guy, but he signed that deal with GOAT. meaning that he can get a lot of.
He can wear any shoe.
Yeah,
right?
he wears a lot of the old, but he's been doing a lot of like the retro stuff. So you see like Kobe shoes. He wore the LeBron St. Vincent St. Mary colorways yesterday. So I mean, technically he's still a Nike guy, but here's the big hitter right here. Two big hitters. You ready for this one?
I'm ready. It's Joel.
DeMarcus Cousins leaving Nike to go to Pumas. Ain't even on the floor, and he said, I don't want to be with Nike. But here's the biggest hitter. When you think of the WNBA and you don't think of Candace Parker, who's the next name that you think of?
Maya Moore.
Who's the next name you think of?
Deladon.
Okay. Well, you could think about those names. I'm thinking about Skylar Diggins and her fine self. She left Nike to go with Pumas. She is the premier Pumas athlete of the WNBA.
Okay.
Also, I mean, who's Mark mentioned? I was going to mention it too. Curry did leave Nike to go to Under Armour. But I said that he's the pioneer of all this. Brandon want to go LeVar Ball. But there was a shift going on in the league right now. We also got I can't say homeboy's name, Darius Bazzi, whatever. New Balance. He signed with New Balance while he's on his year off interning with New Balance, waiting to get into the league next season. There is a shift. Nike and Adidas are losing stars. Is this affecting the big brands, the sense of creativity and the want to be your own man, or is this great? Is this good for shoes and competition?
I think this is what our generation just wanted to do, considering what Michael did. Way back then, everybody wanted their own shoe. Back then, it was like your Magic Johnson was like, all right, I'm gonna just sign with this. I'm not necessarily creating my own shoe, but I'm signed with somebody. Michael Jordan was the first person to implement that.
First person to do it.
So now everybody's making the same amount of money, or if not close to it. Everybody's saying, oh, I want to have my own shoe deal, or I want to make my own shoe. So it makes sense. It was only a matter of time. Now it's just a matter of creativity. Like, who's going to come out with the most stylistic shoe, whether that's on the court or off the court. Yeah. And that's up for debate for everybody else. I know what shoes I like. I know Chris likes his certain shoes.
My Adidas.
Yeah. So it's just a matter of preference now in terms of what you like and what you don't like. But I think it's good that everybody's making their own shoe. I think it's going to spice up the shoe game.
It will, man.
Considering that it's been really stale as of late. So I think I will enjoy this. I will, personally.
No, you're 100% correct. I'm seeing the chat mentioning some other brands that went out of business that tried to do the same thing. Like And1, who didn't have. Who did And1 have? And1 didn't have anybody. I mean, Reebok had some heavy hitters, but then they went out of business. Reebok had AI. They had Shaq. I know I'm forgetting two bigger names, but they had a lot of people too, but they didn't work out. Pumas back in the day, they had athletes like Clyde, which is why everyone's wearing Clyde shoes. So it has happened in the past, but I feel like today, like Brandon just said, everyone is more open to be unique and do what is like and be different. Like, not everybody's like, yo, that man got his Air Forces, I need to get Air Forces so I can be in like he is. I think the closest thing we had to that was probably with the whole Yeezy trend. But even with that, like, people still rocking their J's and still rocking Nikes and stuff with their pair of Yeezys because that's an Adidas shoe. So it's like they're still doing their own thing outside of that. KG was Adidas. I mean, was he And1 back in the day? Maybe. Vince Carter was And1. Vince Carter was Pumas, but that fell through, and then he went straight to Nike. If he was Adidas, if he was And1, I need somebody to inform me on that. That one I don't know about. KG was Adidas.
Yes. KG was.
Listen, if Nike calls me, I'm going facts. What are you saying?
I said KG was for sure Adidas.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Me too.
Because of, 2002 NBA Live, if anybody remembers that. I remember the cover, and yeah, I can still picture it in my head right now.
KG was part of that Fab Five of Adidas athletes. It was Chauncey, Gilbert, Tim Duncan, T-Mac, and KD. KD, Kevin, what's his name? Kevin Garnett, not Kevin Durant.
No, same person.
Sorry, I got future Knicks on my mind. Kevin Durant, welcome to New York next year. We'll see.
Kevin Garnett was not a Knick.
He should have been. Anyways, went to that stupid green team. KG was under both brands. They making Kyrie sneakers, and ain't that your guy? Yeah, but see, signature shoe. I see the conversation of signature shoes coming up. Yes, and I saw Melo's signature shoe never really sold well though, but the thing is, he's had his first one sold really well, but then past that, because he's on 11 now, they didn't really do too well. Melo's signature don't do well, but that's the problem with Jordan. It's not his fault. Compared
to like LeBron or Kobe or.
But that's the thing. Jordan,
even Kyrie.
Yeah, Kyrie's right now are top. They're number one right now. Kyrie and then Paul George, believe it or not, and then LeBron. And actually, wow. It's right now. I had the list on it, but it was Kyrie, it was Paul George. As for most sales by signature shoes, Kyrie, Paul George, LeBron, and then Kobe still. Kobe's still out there selling a lot of shoes. Man.
Retired and selling.
Crazy, man. Because people bring it back. Like our boy Lonzo Trier all season, he's been going back and forth with the Kobe's and Bronze. He's been going back and forth with he loved the Kobe sixes. He wants to be. Okay, all right. And on that note, Brandon has been cut off from coast to coast for the rest of his life. This conversation is done. Me too. I like PGs. I have the ones. I haven't got the second yet. I have the ones right there. That's my only pair of Nikes. Just because I'm a Paul George fan, I had to support the man PG.
Chris is Paul George.
Okay.
You guys haven't seen this before, like Paul ever? George. Oh man, you need to bring up. If I was
Paul George, I would have signed with New York last season. That's what I would have done, and then broke your heart that way.
No.
Yes, that's what I got.
Don't do that.
No, Melo has more signature shoes, but I'm talking about sales though. Stay Melo. Sales, he hasn't been doing too well. That's why he never injured. He make him like a tank. For real. All right, so I had that was my fun comment of the day. I had to talk about it because I found that interesting with the whole. I got curious with the Kelly Oubre signing. I'm like, yo, man, like Pumas is coming back. I was seeing something about New Balance. Now we got Converse. Like, what is going on with shoes? And I started seeing like where all these people left from and everything. I'm like, yo, this is.
Wait until Supreme pulls out some shoes,
bruh. But see,
or sign somebody like that.
Supreme's gonna do some kind of deal like it's like a Supreme Nike crossover kind of thing. They're gonna do something like that with somebody. But the thing is, if they do that with like a Pumas or like same Converse, which would make sense too, that's gonna be crazy. Because then that's gonna add their stock for sure. Anyways, but I had to add that. I thought that was funny. But now going back to the league. Well, we were talking about the league, but back to the league. For no reason, because of the standings I've been paying attention to, or because I've been paying attention to the standings and seeing certain teams where they are, and then seeing some of these players that are on these teams, it got me to thinking like. I know we're about like 22 games into the season of 82 games. Like I get it, but I wanted to have like a little like progress report or like a report card of some of these rookies. So Brandon and I have selected our rookies that they're not surprises, but have been impressing us, and rookie that has not been impressing us. And I'm going to start off by saying that I did not put Kevin Knox as my unimpressed rookie because he was injured. If he was not injured and he was, still trying to fight his way this entire time, then I would have definitely put on. But he was injured, so I took him off the list. Y'all can kick rocks. Brandon, go ahead and tell me who you got for your impressive and you're not impressive. I'm saying about Kevin Knox. All right, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Hey, man.
Someone that I actually was watching. I think it was a couple nights ago. I was just watching NBA basketball while I was doing some homework. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yes.
That man has been very underrated in my opinion. Like, I think early on in the season you told me he reminds you a lot of Sean Livingston, or in terms of that length at the point guard position.
Sean Livingston, before the injury and what he was supposed to be, Shai reminds me of that. So, sorry, that was my comparison, but continue.
And I just watched his game, and I watched one game, and then I'm trying not to watch too much of the Clippers game because it's the Clippers. And then I was at the barbershop, and it just so happened that one of the barbers is also a Clippers fan, and we were watching the game too. And Shai was playing well again in that game, and I was just like, I need to watch some more clips on this dude. I need to watch some more tape. And sure enough, I got on YouTube and watched some more highlights, and this man has a very steady game. Very
He fits well
methodical.
with that system, man.
Yeah,
he's smart.
It's nothing too fast, nothing fancy, nothing. He looks like he's been a pro for a while.
Exactly.
For a guy that's
polished.
What is he, 19?
Yeah.
So I should be scared for other NBA point guards, not alone just his length, but his mentality to the game. And big props to that dude. I'm impressed, and hopefully big things come out of it.
Too. Yeah, he's in a great situation too, where he can run that offense, and he's running the show. And like you said, he's so polished where it's like you don't know he's a rookie. I mean, sure, his stats aren't the most impressive, but in a league where everyone cares so much about stats, but it's the things, the impact he has on the court, which is why the Clippers are where they are right now. And I 100% agree with that pick that you had. My impressive was Jaren Jackson Jr. though. That Memphis Grizzly team they're pretty good. Like on paper, you're looking at them like they don't really have anybody, but they have the right guys to do all the things you need to win a game.
And Jaren Jackson are 10-5,
bruh. And Jaren Jackson has slotted on that team next to Marcus Gasol very nicely. Now I got some stats for you, B. My man is averaging 12.7 points per game, 4.7 boards, and he's shooting 47% from the field. And he's shooting the 3-ball. Jaren Jackson has been not a surprise because he was drafted high, but at the same time, he's been just with what everyone thought the state of what Memphis would be. I'm more surprised in that nature because he is a big part as to why they are in the playoffs. And I finally got to watch a game the other day, and I'm like, yeah, man, he slots in perfectly on the team because he plays well with Mark. And then when Mark comes off the bench, then he can play a little bit of the center and the power force. Like, I don't know. I've been very impressed by what he had to do. Shai was my number 2. But
I remember watching Jared Jackson during Summer League.
Yeah,
I was like, "Who's this guy?" I remember I kept on asking you, "Who's this cat?"
Yeah, man.
But okay,
Jared Jackson and Wendell Carter were like the two that were like, God, these guys are man. These guys are
Wendell Carter, that
bro in the Summer League
walking around like this over here,
God. Yeah, man, 100%. All right, who's not impressing you right now? Oh, well, real quick. Let's go. I saw some people saying
I saw a lot of people agreeing with the Shy pick.
Yeah, I see a lot of SGAs, but we're getting to unimpressed now. I'll go back and check out y'all unimpressed. Who's Mark so smooth? Yeah, man, 100%. Everything you said there is true. Impressed. Alonzo Trier, 100%. Yeah, I was gonna put him on there. He's having a little bit of a slump right now, but because we're not winning, I'm not gonna do that to Alonzo Trier. I don't want to sound too Knicks fanny, so I just didn't do it. 3J was my dark horse rookie of the year based off Summer League play. Yeah, if you had told me that, I would have definitely been on board with you for sure. He's playing really well. Mark and Conley are impact players. They are, man. They're and people because they're older and they missed games last season. They're expecting them to be out with injuries. Look, man, when they healthy, there's a reason why they 10-5 right now. They're second. They're tied for second, right? There's like a 3-way tie for second
They're in second right now by themselves.
That's insane. Oh, by themselves. Okay, see, that's insane to me.
Oh no, actually, you're right. I'm sorry.
There's like 3 teams that are 10-5 in the West, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going off my brain, so I could be wrong. But anyways, yeah. No. So who's been unimpressive to you? Say it. Say Kevin Knox. Say it. I'll kick you out. I'll kick you out too. Go ahead. Say it. Say Kevin Knox.
It's Knox of the Kevin. So reason why he is.
All right, guys. Well,
I have this man.
All right, so this is just a CK stream, and we don't have Brandon in here anymore. So why you guys don't? No, I'm just playing with you. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, man.
I have him picked as being my rookie of the year. Okay. Obviously, I knew that it was going to be. League. Yes. Yeah. Because I was impressed. I was not expecting. I didn't know anything about Kevin Knox prior to Summer League. So for him to get an ankle injury, yeah, it sucks. For him to not be starting, okay, I guess.
He's starting now, by the way.
Now he is starting, but before it was the first 5-6 games he wasn't.
He was not. No.
Okay, so it's just I need to be more understanding in terms of it's going to be a process. Even with me not being in the New York media or living out in New York, I also need to understand that your team is different than my team in terms of development and what they're trying to accomplish.
Right.
So more patience, preach more patience in me, and then also preach more patience in New York fans. Like,
I'm trying, bro. I'm trying, man.
Because when I see him play, it's like, okay, this man can get an easy 14 points. Oh my God, The Walking Dead is on right now. I need to pause it. Stop. I can't.
I'm so behind on
And
The Walking Dead. Go ahead.
you're not missing much,
I
but
heard.
yeah, just need to be patient. I need to be patient. The league needs to be patient. I still think this man's going to be okay. When you can score easy buckets, 14 points a game, obviously it's not on one of the better teams, but you're still in the NBA. You're still playing with professionals. You're still playing with grown-ass men. Just bear with him. And I'm going to still bear with him.
Okay, so then you answered the question I was going to ask you. Okay. Because I was going to ask you, as somebody who's played the game, knows the game as well, outside of stats and how he's looking right now, overall, do you see something in Kevin Knox? But what you just said right there answered that question right there. Yeah. Okay, so you heard here by the Laker fan. Be patient. So yeah, again, I'm not saying Kevin Knox because I refuse to say Kevin Knox. He's still averaging more points than the guy I'm about to name and missed more time than he did. I am unimpressed, and I saw a shout out to Mark. I saw you say Trae Young is impressed. Yes, I was looking at Trae Young, but again, the reason why I gave it to Jaren Jackson over Shai and Trae. Shai was my number 2 because he's winning as well, but over Trae and Shai was because the Grizzlies are not who we thought they were going to be, and they're in the playoffs. And Trae Young is not getting wins either. So, but Trae Young has been having a great season. Shout out to Trae Young. But my unimpressed pick is Mo Bamba. Now, we played them twice, and I'm surprised that, like, I get it. I understand you have Vucevic, and I understand. I get it. But at the same time, he's only playing about 17 minutes a night. He looks great in, on the highlights and stuff like that. But then when you watch him in actual games and stuff, it seems like he's trying to figure out the game still. He looks a little bit behind on the spectrum of, the league right now. A lot like what Colin Sexton was looking like at the beginning of the season. I feel like Colin Sexton is figuring it out now. Colin Sexton is last few nights has been having great games and putting Cavaliers back in games and stuff again. But I just been unimpressed with what he's done, because I feel he was one of my dark horses for rookie of the year, because I liked him being in Orlando, even with the Vucevic. I feel like coming off the bench, like he would slot in.
Have the most. I feel like they have the most learning curve in the NBA.
But he's a guard in 7-foot person body.
Is he really a guard?
He is.
Is he just big?
No, if you look at his game, he plays a lot like Kristaps. Like he's dribble heavy. He can move very fluidly. He looks good in the paint. I said fluently when I meant to say fluidly, but whatever. I don't know if he's speaking any other language, but no, he has the essentials to be one of those, Joel Embiid, Kristaps Porzingis types where they can do more than just being a big guy. But it just hasn't shown this year. So it's just been.
I believe you because he didn't showcase it too much in Texas, but in the summer league, there was a few times where we had to watch games before we could watch our Lakers or Knicks, and one of them happened to be Orlando playing against Portland, I want to say, and he was shooting threes and he put the ball on the floor. Like I can see him being capable of that.
Yeah,
but I don't foresee it being like a mainstay. Like, how every NBA player, every professional can do a lot more than what you see.
Correct. 100%.
Is that the same mold for him? Is he just a big guy that has a lot of raw natural talent that, we don't know what's his greatest asset?
I think that's a good way to put it. I think that's what it is. I think we know the capability and what he could turn into, but it's still raw, and he's still playing with it, which is why he called up Joel Embiid to be his quote-unquote mentor over the offseason, and that's why Joel has been so hard on him the entire season, because he's that kind of mentor, which I like. That's very old school. To see if he can mold him into a Joel Embiid-esque player, which I think he could do, but Yeah, he's very raw.
He'd be like a poor man's Joel.
Very easily because he has a jump shot. He can put the ball on the floor. He can't post yet. He's too skinny for that. But at some point, he can probably add that to his game. Like I said, I liken him to a poor man's version of KP, rookie year KP, a poor man's version of that, where he, still was trying to figure out how to use his height because he's the same height, how to use his height and because when KP was a rookie, he was thinner. How to use his height and use his abnormal abilities at his position and how he can use those to be strengths in the league. And I feel like that he's at that point right now.
Speaking of, you just reminded me of someone on the Bucks. Thon Maker.
Mm-hmm. I don't understand his situation. I thought he was one of the best players on that team. He don't play.
You thought he was one of the best?
I thought he was because look, in the playoffs, he was looking great. He looked like he slotted well. He's just shooting big. I didn't know anything about Thon Maker. But then I guess I was wrong because he don't play. Thon Maker's one of those guys. I just didn't know anything about Thon Maker.
Thon Maker was one of he's like when he entered the draft, the man was like 35, yeah. Claiming that he was 20. So yeah. But that's another person where it's like he was a guard at 7 feet tall or something like that, and then I haven't heard much from him. Now we have Brook Lopez, shooting trays from
Brook
logos
out there, feeling himself. He should be a Warrior. That dude is
might as well. He would probably fit better than DeMarcus.
Oh my god!
I said it. Yeah. He probably would.
Well, we'll see what happens when DeMarcus comes back. Because DeMarcus supposedly, this shit doesn't mean anything, but supposedly is shooting with the best of them and practice and all that crap. But exactly. Take that with a grain of salt. Yeah. I see the chat talking about Fultz, and this is something that I've thought about too. So it's cool to hear what happened. What'd you read? What are you laughing at?
I'm just reading some. Fultz is a steal.
What's your real quick? What's your take on Fultz? You think he's a bust, Loney too, man?
I don't think he's a bust, but when
what?
I hope his shooting stroke finds its way back to reality. Because you mentioned it on Twitter. You mentioned it on Twitter. This man's like somebody put a basketball in front of him and the Monstars
got to him, yo. Like I think they were filming that day. That scared me. Man, yeah. Markel going through some things psychologically, bro.
Can you say it's psychological?
It's in his brain. It's all in his brain. It 100% is in his brain because I watched him in that same Charlotte game, and Markel Fultz is nice. He's still nice, but when it comes to confidence in shooting scenarios or free throw scenarios, he just goes dumb. So it's like I feel like he's good. I feel like Markel Fultz. There was also, speaking of Twitter, there was also footage of his workouts with Washington and with the draft workouts when him shooting. He could shoot. His shot was regular and fine. Of course, this was before his shoulder injury, but he can shoot.
Which nobody, by the way, has fully diagnosed what the hell's wrong with his shoulder.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's just a weird situation. Like he what's it called? San Antonio and Philadelphia must be sharing doctors because what we were going through with Kawhi, we going through with Fultz right now, where we just don't know what it is what phantom injury that we're seeing.
That's why Kawhi's like, you know what, get me out, bro, because he knew something was wrong. They was like, no, you good, bro. Just get out and sell us tickets, man.
Facts.
Come on.
Facts. I don't know, man. Now Kawhi having season of his life. CK, you see Jimmy Butler? I see Jimmy. I like Philly Jimmy. It's only been 2-3 games. I like Philly Jimmy though. He's letting the game. He got some dogs around him now, so he's like, oh yeah. I like this, but we'll see how this lasts. His Stay Mellow saying,
that was a side note.
Oh yeah, I knew that. I was informed. We'll talk about it later. He has what? He has to have nerve damage. There's no way. What? He has to have nerve damage. There's no way Oh, he's okay. Sorry, I thought you were continuing on. So he's saying that there's some nerve damage in the shoulder, which I guess would make sense. But why is that not being diagnosed? Why can't they
Why?
just say that?
Yeah. Why is it that we get several different? I understand. I also want to be a broadcaster that there's information that is translated differently from different media bases to different media bases, but nobody, like not even Woj, has come up and said, "This is exactly what's wrong with him. This is what they're trying to do to fix it." Not even Shams. Nobody. So.
No, it's always been sources are saying we think blah 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 blah. It's never been
exactly
like a injury report. This is what happened. This is where he's at.
So something needs to go on. Either he needs to get a second opinion, or I think he just needs to get a second opinion.
Yes, Langerfield's had a similar problem when he got injured. Yeah, that's very true. Oh, well, that was my guy, man. Anyways, CK, you make me want to stream. Mark, we've been telling you, man, get on the YouTube scene, get your voice, man. You'd be a hilarious voice on the YouTube streams with your opinions on the Knicks, man.
YouTube loves trolls.
YouTube. Who's Mark? Okay, I can't. He plays that. I can't give him troll. He's not a troll. He's just. He's very emotional when it comes to the Knicks. That's what it is. But that's not a bad thing. So that's what he's ready. He's ready to get rid of Frank. He's ready to get rid of Kev. He's ready to get rid of Fizz. He's ready to
keep taking those hot takes.
Man. But
Bailey 02, do you wish the Lakers drafted either Tatum or Donovan Mitchell instead of Lonzo Ball?
Don't get me started on this conversation.
I personally am still okay with Lonzo. I don't
As
think,
you should be.
Yes. I don't think Donovan or Tatum, as good as they are, in which you can clearly see their sophomore drops this year, they wouldn't have brought the same kind of basketball mentality or leadership qualities to change our franchise. We were stuck in a rut for 4-5 years, and we had no direction, nobody to take the reins of our franchise. We had Kobe for so long, and even in his last couple of years, it was just ass. So,
Dale, that's the only trade I'll accept. That's the only way I'm trading Frank. Go ahead.
So for us to have Lonzo, I still appreciate it. I will take his bumps and bruises in terms of his lack of shooting some days, his lack of aggressiveness some days, because he does so much more than just what points and whatever the offensive ratings that other stats that people have. He does a lot more to the game of basketball that nobody looks at. If you're a fan and a person that appreciates the game, you understand Lonzo Ball is not some bum. He's not a certain type of person that people keep on trying to label. Mm-hmm. He is not your Russell Westbrook. He's not your Kyrie Irving. He's not your Isaiah Thomas. He's none of that. He is a basketball player. Mm-hmm. And I wish people would understand the difference between a ball player and someone that goes and gets buckets. There's a big difference.
And then the common comparisons and the common things you hear is like, even with like De'Aaron Fox, like the common thing you hear is like, oh man, they should have got De'Aaron Fox. Man, De'Aaron Fox beat Lonzo. Cool. But overall, who had, the better, season and all, it's just so many more things other than just one-on-one matchups and stuff like that. And again, like I say this all the time, it just, to me, just seems like common sense. Like if you have a point guard that does everything well, and the one biggest thing that he really has to figure out is how to get more points in the bucket, I'll take that any day of the week. If I have a point guard that knows how to move an offense, that knows how to get players in the right spots to get their offense going, and can rebound and can play defense and can steal and can block and is 6'6", and he just needs to figure out his scoring, I'll take that, because that, I don't want to join the crowd, but that has Jason Kidd written all over it, because Jason Kidd came in the league trash. He could not shoot, but he had everything else. Like Jason Kidd had everything else, but he just could not put the ball in the hoop. And now Jason Kidd, one of the best 3-point shooters of all time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
in the record books.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, look, man, people are just so transfixed on stats, and that's just the way we are with the league today. And man, come watch year 5 Lonzo Ball, and we'll have a different conversation.
Year 5? Why I gotta wait?
Because that's what it always is. He might have better seasons before that, but you know how it is with all these players. Like when they reach their peak. Because Kawhi's another one. Kawhi, he was in a great system where he branched quickly, but Kawhi was one that he was not known to be a scorer either. He was a great defensive, long,
tenacious defender.
Yeah, that developed a jump shot. That developed a court presence when it came to moving the ball. And though he's as quiet and awkward as he is, he's a great leader. You know what I'm saying? Like you can hear him on the court, which is so weird to say. Like you can hear him on the court. Like I was watching the Toronto game the other day, and I'm like, you're hearing this yelling, and you're hearing like going to the hoop trying to draw and ones with his voice. I'm like, that's Kawhi? Is that Kawhi's voice? Like you know what I'm saying? So it's like the NBA is about and it comes down to fit. Fit's a big thing too, but it comes down to like if you are one of these guys that especially a top pick, and you put the work in, then the results will come. It's just not going to happen overnight. Like not everybody's going to be LeBron James. Not everybody's going to be Luka, where you have that experience and you've done your growth. Now you're just in the league implementing it. You know what I'm saying? So,
hey, stay mellow. You wrong for that, bro. He said Zoe's going to be scary in his late 30s.
Get him out. Get him out. Get him. Get him out. Get him out. Get him out. I can hear him laughing on the way to the basket. You talking about Kawhi? Yo, that's so wild. All right. Oh man, I don't really want to talk about this, but I feel like we should address it because I'm curious about your opinion on it. We're gonna bring this up now and then never talk about it again because this is gonna be forgotten in a week. But we all know the whole situation with with the future Knick, Kevin Durant, and Draymond Green, and
KD to LA. Everybody put that hashtag in the chat, please.
You cutting out? I can't hear. I hope everybody just give you a big old hell no. Anyway, they had their little thing. They had their moment. So on and so forth. They argued on the court. Okay, let's go to the core of it. Draymond Green got the ball, and instead of giving it to Kevin Durant to go for the last shot before going to overtime, Draymond Green decided to go full court to do only God knows what, maybe create some sort of offense, do something, but instead he stumbled and lost the ball, and they went to overtime and ended up losing to the Clippers in overtime. That resulted in a shouting match of Kevin Durant saying, "Give me the rock." And Draymond took that personal and started getting personal with his insults and going back and forth to the point where he called KD a B a few times.
Yep.
And allegedly Kevin Durant talking about, "This is why I'm out." A lot of people say, I don't want the lip readers of the world in my chat right now. You guys can say what you think he said, but I don't care because I don't care enough about this thing right now. But then the more important part, then he gets quote unquote suspended. They won that game, right?
They were nurturing KD. Oh, they lost
the game without Draymond. They didn't win that one.
They lost.
Yes,
yeah, it was and then they lost.
They lost when he came back.
They lost to the Mavs,
and then they just lost. So basically, they're on a little bit of a slide, and now everybody's thinking, "Oh, it's Dunsville and Golden State. Oh God, do they need to trade Draymond?" And blah 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 blah. So Brandon, I ask you, and I asked the chat as well. I will definitely go back to chat and check out what you guys have to say. But Brandon, I'm asking you first because we never talked about this because it happened so fast, and everybody has their opinion about it. So. Do you think that this is a real issue? And do you think that this is something that's going to last for the duration of the season?
I do believe it is an issue as a real issue. Don't think so. I think it's something that we what's the right word? We should definitely pay attention to. But it's not on my highest concern list in terms of NBA drama, because they had all this last year when there was like the last 20 games. I think they were horrendous. Mm-hmm. They were bad. So and then they end up winning the finals. And I personally, I don't know. The Warriors as an organization over the last, what we can say, 7 years or so, have been able to fight through adversity. I don't know if a lot of Warrior fans, if they're in here, if they remember when you guys drafted Steph Curry, there was a lot of boos. And then
I remember that.
The owner came up, or your GM came up, and you guys had this whole thing for Don Nelson, I believe, or someone else.
No, it was Don Nelson.
It was for Don Nelson, and they were booing and you know, saying all this stuff about him just because you traded Monte Ellis. Mm-hmm. Mark Jackson came in. Yeah. You guys were getting bounced out in the first round, and then all of a sudden you guys have that breakthrough season with Steve Kerr. So everything you guys have earned in terms, you guys learned your lesson. You came back next year smarter instead of working harder.
Bars
for the for the KD thing. Either way, I feel like somehow this is going to benefit you in terms of either getting rid of someone that's not emotionally secure with himself, or maintaining and still being the best team in the NBA. Either way, you shouldn't be concerned. Of course, all NBA players, not even NBA players, basketball players in general, there's one time where you got into a confrontation with your fellow teammate. And if you haven't, you're not a real player to me, okay? Because there are days when
especially when you played with somebody for so long.
Yeah, like I'm sorry. Like one day you're gonna piss me the hell off, and we might fight. I might bicker at you. I might call you say your mama is fat or something like that. And then the next day,
over, man. Yeah,
it's over with. It's like a brief extinction burst of just all the stuff that's built up. And just because it's the Warriors, this thing is being hyped up. I'm sure Charlotte has Kemba Walker cursing out all of his teammates because they won't play defense or help him out there. I'm sure there's somewhere in there where he's doing that, but he's not going to get that kind of media. Yeah. No, who is Charlotte? So, you know, it's for Golden State fans, it's something to watch, but also not be too worried about. No. For the rest of the NBA, of course, you're going to be excited because finally a dynasty is dead, and, you know, blah, 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 or, you know, storylines, like you said. But this happens a lot. And I wish people can also see that side of of basketball instead of, you know, just saying, oh, he's
a Knick. It's confirmed.
Yeah. All right.
No, I'm saying like that. Like, because to me, like, yeah, I think it adds to the argument, but I don't think that this is like, oh, they're fighting. That's it. Now he's a Knick for sure. He's leaving. Like, I was continuing off of what you're saying. That people are automatically going to put those two together. I agree. Oh God, I talked about this on the Weekend Zone over on the Fumble. For those who are subscribed to the Fumble, go check it out. But my feeling is the same. I feel like it is a little worrisome to the extent where we knew that David West had came out and said something about it, where we knew that there was some sort of ugliness going on in the locker room, but we didn't know who it was between and what it was necessarily about. And I feel like this argument, this bickering between the two, kind of shed light a little bit on what was actually going on, or what is actually a conversation going on in the locker room. Like, maybe, you know, because everyone's talking about Draymond questioning KD's loyalty to the team and his future and rah 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 rah, and that might have been that might have always been the main argument between the guys, and that could be it. I mean, we've seen these kind of things break up great players, and I think the most notable is Kobe and Shaq. Where they played well together. They handled business. 2004 happened, and then it was time for them to part ways. And I feel like this is very similar to that, except I still think that they're still going to fight through it and still end up getting a chip ultimately. But it's very possible for the very same situation to happen where, bicker, this is the fault to what leads them to lose in the finals, and then KD goes on his way. Draymond's not going anywhere. I think we can all come to agreement. There's no way Draymond is going anywhere. I don't care if he thinks he's going to get max or if he even gets max or all that stuff.
You can't send him anywhere.
Dre can't go anywhere. Dre's not going to be Dre anywhere else.
Exactly.
That's just the reality of that situation. He knows that. We knows that. It's just
the two light skins made him. All right.
Correct. And they will continue to make them. And arguably, you could even say, even with a KD-less Warrior team, they're still going to be the talk of the league because Steph Curry is the glue for that team regardless. I don't care. You're seeing it right now. 100% you're seeing it right now. And if they have their main three and say DeMarcus comes back or say they bring in a poor man's version of KD and I don't know, like a Rudy Gay or something like that, just somebody that can fill in the spot and do the same things he did, they're still going to be a tough team to play against because they still have that core. So which is why I think that adds to that fire of why KD. It's so possible for KD to leave the Warriors and come to anywhere. I'm saying the Knicks, but he can go anywhere. He can go to any of the LA teams or go to either of the New York teams. But is it a big deal? In a sense, yes. Will it be solved? Yes. They're going to go to the finals still, and then we're not going to. I mean, they're going to keep bringing the storyline up for the rest of the season, regardless if they go on a 50-game winning streak or not. But I was just over it. Every loss they have, they're going to try to bring it back to that. And people are talking about, KD doesn't want to. Well, KD shouldn't want to talk about that. Talk to me about what just happened on the court just now. Don't talk to me about Draymond Green. I don't know.
Let's see any of y'all keep talking about the same subject for the next, 4 days, 5 days.
It's facts.
See how you guys feel.
Yeah, move on, man.
I'll be tired of, that's like a child just asking you, are we there yet?
Yeah.
Yet? Are we there yet? Eventually, you're just going to be like, no, or you guys will probably do something worse. I ain't going to get into details, but,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we ain't going to go into details about that. Yeah. I like that. Stay Mellow was saying that, Delano, pretty much he was saying that Green is pretty much like a versatile player and a conditional all-star. That's a great way to put it, Delano and Stay Mellow. Very true. And I don't know if he would work in Detroit personally. I mean, he could play that grit and grind and all that stuff, but
you gonna put him as a 3?
I don't.
Hell no.
Blake's doing a good job with that team right now. I like what they got over there. Maybe put Kemba on that team. Shoot, Kemba with Blake and Drummond. You don't like it? I like it. I don't care what you say. I like it. Anyways, just kidding. Knicks don't need KD. He's 30. We could use the money to build our team. Look, I've never disagreed with something so much more in my life. I'm about building the team, but you're never going to convince me for my basketball team to not sign one of the top 3 players in the NBA.
When did 30 become like this bad notion or just this bad ugly number?
Because because we're so emphasis, the league is so emphasized right now on age and how youth, and now we have players that are 18 that are doing this. We have players that are 19 doing this. Oh, he's only 22 and he's averaging this and stuff like that. So now like 30 and 31, that sounds ancient and stuff like that. And I get it because I've said this for the Knicks. Like, I love that the Knicks are building with, we finally have a young core that have been here past one season, and now we have a rookie in Kevin Knox and Mitchell Robinson, and Alonzo Trier, and it's like we can build around these guys. But at the same time, at some point, if we ever want to be a winning organization again, we need to make a leap and get a difference changer. Now, I don't want to get just any difference changer. If it can be a LeBron James, Anthony Davis, or Kevin Durant, you jump on that opportunity and you go from there. It's that simple.
Every bad team's biggest dream is to get us a superstar to correct their wrongs.
100%. 100%. Kevin Durant is a guy that is going to help on more fronts than just being a name. You know what I'm saying? Compared to, like, you know, we sign any of these other, you know, lower tier all-stars, like anybody under Anthony Davis, you know, like we bring in, I don't know, we bring in like a Kemba Walker, we bring in a Jimmy Butler. Like, yeah, these are names, these are guys that can get us points, but they're not those difference makers that can carry us into the next level. Kevin Durant is that guy.
Second and third options on championship teams.
100%. Kevin Durant is that guy. Kevin Durant's that guy that can be put next to a Kevin. All he needs is a Kristaps Porzingis to even get us into like the second round or even the Eastern Conference Finals. If he just has a Kristaps Porzingis and a good cast of role players, he can get us there. He's that guy. So it's like I'm going to fight for one of the best players to come to my team. Will it happen? We'll see. This to me seems more realistic than a LeBron James situation. Will we get our hearts broken? Probably. But at the same time, all the signs point to New York, and it's up to him if he wants to accept the challenge. Will he? We'll see. But to me, it's just crazy when I see people say, Kevin Durant, nah, I'll pass.
You can't.
He's not that guy. He's not a guy you could do that to. He's not a guy you could do that to. It's just.
And Amal said 4 years from now, then what then?
We'll have a Kevin Knox that'll be. True. Yeah, you're right.
I'm going to be one of the best players in the NBA.
We'll have players that are going to be ready to go. God, Kevin Durant would be one of the best things for Kevin Knox, yo. You cannot convince me otherwise.
Look who KD looks up to right now. He's in LA right now. That's all you have to know. That's all you have to know.
I don't know. We're okay. It's one thing if we traded our life away for Kevin Durant, then that's a different conversation. Like you still.
Oh, we got a Carmelo Anthony 2.0.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like, yeah, okay, it's still Kevin Durant. Yes, you want to do what you can to get, but then that question, that 4-year question, that's a different conversation because if we traded Kevin Knox, Frank Ntilikina, Lonzo Trier, Mitchell Robinson, some draft picks for Kevin Durant. Yeah, we're going to be nice right now, but then 4 years when that time is up and he's gone, our future's gone because we traded our future to get him in. But if we can get him in free agency, we're not going to have that issue. 4 years from now, we'll know who Frank is, possibly be the guy that we think he'll be. Kevin Knox will know who he is. Mitchell Robinson will know who he is. Like, we'll know who these young guys are by that time that can, you know, play along Kevin Durant, who at 34 will still be one of the more dominant scorers in the league and dominant players in the league still at 34. So, look, man, it's you don't shake your head to that level of greatness. I'm sorry.
Nope.
This is coming
not
from somebody,
no Hall of Famer.
No, this is coming from somebody who's not even the biggest Kevin Durant fan. I real just recognize real. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? So.
You hate on Kevin Durant way too much.
Oh, I do. And this is before Golden State. But look, man, if he is brave enough to take that leap and come and be the savior for the Knicks, then maybe he's not the guy I've been thinking he was this whole time.
This is how dedicated Chris was to the New York Knicks. He said he would pick Melo back in, what was it?
Any year.
2012, 2013?
I'll take early. Yeah,
over KD.
Facts. I did. I hated Kevin Durant.
Hated him.
I'm like, you give me first, second year Melo on the Knicks. You want the truth? If you give me 2008 Denver Melo.
Okay,
barbecue
easy said to done. That's when that man was all like, "Oh, I know what I'm doing."
Do everything, yo. Oh my gosh, don't get me started. The Lakers city jerseys are weak. You want? Let's talk about that. Let's do a little.
Oh, absolutely.
We had a fashion conversation earlier about the shoe. Well, it wasn't really fashion, but we talked about shoes earlier. I do want to go over some of these city jerseys. We were gonna talk about that last week, but we didn't do a show last week, so we're gonna go over some of these city jerseys. You think they're weak? You don't like the Lakers city jersey?
I hate the pinstripe. It just looks dumb.
I don't mind the pinstripe. My problem is that extra Los Angeles on top of the Lakers. Y'all just did too much. We pulling them up right now. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show them to the chat too. Hold on, I'm pulling them up.
Yeah, like the only ones I enjoy are.
I love ours. I was indifferent on them until I saw them on body. I love our jerseys. Ours are fire.
I see Minnesota's. I'm digging the Purple Rain. Obviously, the
It's
Miami
lit.
Vice.
I hate that I like Brooklyn's. I hate that I like Brooklyn's. I like them. I like them a lot, and I hate that I like them so much. All right, we about to go through them right now. See guys, look at Lonzo Cheese. Look at my jersey, guys. All right, we about to break them down right now. Here we go, the big screen. All right, so here are a few of them. I like Denver's a lot. It's a throwback to, or it's a callback to their throwbacks. But they have like the little like what's it called? The little film effect, which is cool. We got D Rose rocking the Purple Rain jerseys.
Purple Rain, Purple Rain.
Paul George over there rocking the OKC jerseys. And I think it had to do with oh god, I don't know exactly what tribe, but it was because OKC was an Indian oh my gosh, settlement. I can't say the word. There's a story behind it. Look it up. It's cool. It was cool what they did.
Get it out.
I can't think of words, man. words are hard. We're at the end we're getting close to the end of the show. My brain's blowing up. The Hawks jerseys, they look like real life Hawks on a jersey for sure. But look at Lonzo Cheese and look at him. Look at my jersey, guys. I don't hate them. I just don't like the Los Angeles part. Like, I think it's cool because like it's simple. It's just pinstripe. It's purple. It says the Lakers. But if that Los Angeles thing just makes it look so cheesy.
If that's what they were gonna bring out, they should have just brought back the Kobe's from last year.
Well,
the Mamba, the Hollywood Night. No, actually, the Hollywood Nights were different than the Mamba ones. Bring back the Mamba ones.
That was last year's. Those were dope. They peaked too high. That was the problem y'all did. Y'all peaked too high. Y'all went straight to Kobe for the first ever city jerseys and being like, all right, well, thanks, Kobe. Now we're going to go in a different direction for the rest of our city jerseys. Like, you should have, like, your last one, like, on Nike's last year deal, that's when you go to Kobe, like, Kobe, we need to go out with a bang before Puma buys the NBA. We need you to make us a jersey. I don't know. I don't hate them. I don't hate them. It's just the Los Angeles part that bothers me, but I don't hate them. Here's Dallas's. Personally, I like the Dallas Skyline jerseys that they had, I think a year ago or a year or two ago. But these ones are cool, I guess. Like the numbers are glowing.
They're like I don't know if you watch the games on Spectrum, but that's how sometimes they make the logos for like the teams.
I see what you're talking about. Yeah. How they have everything with the black and 100%.
Yeah,
100%. I see it. I see what you're talking about. Yeah. And the Pacers over here copying the Cavaliers. Did you see that meme? Have you seen that meme with the Cavs and the Pacers?
I did. Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it for those who have not seen it. We're gonna take a tour. Miami wins it. Oh, Miami's. I mean, all they did was make theirs black, and Miami's jersey last year was fire. Making it black just makes it better. Brandon speaking my mind. Lakers should have kept them on, but 100%. OKC's is lit. I liked OKC. They're bright color at first when I saw them, and I'm like, I don't know. But then when I heard the story,
real Tide Pod. Those are the real.
No, that was the Cavs jerseys. Have you seen the Cavs?
The Cavs make sense.
It does, but they were the Tide Pod jerseys, bro. Let me see come on, bro. Look at the Cavs jerseys.
I understand. You know what? Matter of fact, hold on.
Look at these Tide Pod look at them. The white, the orange, and the blue. Look. Those are Tide Pods in jerseys. Look, Brandon left. He left. He's so. Oh, I know what you're getting. I want them to make a jersey based off of those. I love those jerseys.
This is what it originated from. All right, for everybody that's confused. All right, so they got the little blue right here.
Tide Pod.
And on the away jerseys, it was blue and then orange on the numbers and everything.
Yeah.
So
Entertainer, what's up? Shout out to Entertainer, everybody. Hold on, if you guys haven't already, go subscribe to the homie Entertainer. My man, he does when he can, he does live reactions during Knicks games. Is lit. Been on a few of them. Brandon, go ahead and continue your description of the Cavaliers jersey since you're a huge Cavaliers fan. Seeing that he's wearing a LeBron James jersey. I'm just kidding. Okay. Nah, but yeah, that they were inspired from those ones, and they were. It was a match between the colorway of that one that you had, B, and then the older Cavalier jersey where it's written in that cursive sideways font. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, oh, okay, these are not half bad.
Mm-hmm.
But
all right, let's go back to them. I don't mind them. It's just the first thing I thought was Tide Pods, and then I saw the meme. I'm like, well, I'm glad I'm not alone. Anyways, can we go back to the Pacers jersey where they literally copied the Cavaliers jerseys from last year? Now think back to the gray jerseys that the Cavaliers wore. Here, let me find it real quick. They're literally the exact same jersey as the Cavs City jerseys from last year. Cavs City jersey. What year are we in? 2018. 20, I guess it would be 2017. No, see, I go. No, I don't. I don't have to. It's right here. Tell me this is not what we're looking at with this Indiana jersey. This is the exact same thing. Now this is Cleveland's last year City jersey, right? Look at this. Now look at the Pacers jersey for this year. Cleveland.
Yeah.
Pacers.
Yeah.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
Like what happened there? They got lazy. They literally were copying off of the Cavaliers' homework.
Lack of creativity. Isn't there something with Indiana, like some like freeway series, or like not freeway series, but
the Indy 500?
I thought it was something else, but that might actually just be it.
But that has nothing to do with these jerseys. They literally, all they did was they just used gray. I don't know what the color scheme is for, but they're based off of the Pacers' old throwback jerseys, and they just used that color for whatever reason.
Throwback jersey?
Yeah, the Pacers used to have like the white, and then it would be like the big old blue, like you're seeing on the side right there. But they decided to make them gray, and I'm a fan of gray jerseys, but I don't know this one. Hold on, let me look at the chat, see what the chat's saying. Love the graphics. Oh man. Oh wait, the graphics of which one, Entertainer? Yeah, everybody, shout out to Entertainer. What's good? Those orange Christmas jerseys, CK. Don't forget. Oh man, Oh man. You talking about this? Oh, are you kidding me? I love these jerseys. You don't understand. Look, when I talk about bring back the orange unis, those aren't the ones I'm talking about. But I just want the Knicks to embrace the orange. The Knicks, the orange is too much of an accent. I want an orange Knicks jersey. So when that one popped up for the Christmas jersey, I got it. That was the year we played you guys, B. We played the Lakers on Christmas, and we played in Staples, and it was a close game, and you guys beat us. Yeah. I'll never forget that game. That was one of my favorite Christmas games. Man, I love that jersey. I had to get it. Got it in Vegas. I saw him on the rack. I was like, yep, getting it. Not even thinking twice about it. It even says once a Nick, always a Nick on there. Like, look at that, man. Come on, Vegas. Anyways.
Delano, I don't think I hope they're not copying the Knicks with the little side borders. I don't like the little black trim on our road jerseys. I thought it would be like a gold or like a white, but I'm not feeling the black stripe on the side.
Thanks for the compliment, I appreciate you. There's still more to be added to this stuff, but I appreciate you. Continue, Brandon.
No, that was pretty much.
Yeah, I agree though. You're talking about your what are they, statement jerseys? They are really making a statement with those jerseys. Anyways, moving on. Sorry. Here's the Miami Vice City jerseys. Literally the same jerseys from last year. They just went black. I like them. They're cool. I mean, you can't go wrong with them. Look at D-Wade.
I like them.
D-Wade's retiring. Oh, God. Memphis. Rip City. What's Panda Express? PDX? What's PDX stand for? Panda Express?
Phoenix?
But that's Trailblazers. Portland.
Oh, PX. Yeah. Oh, Portland. Oh, I think that's their.
Oh, right. It says right here. The PDX. What?
That's their airport, I think. Something with their airport.
Good for them for shouting out. Now look at this jersey by the Milwaukee Bucks. I don't hate it, but it's a lot going on.
Oh yeah. That was another. I was like, man, are we Team Jamaica?
This is a lot going on, boy. Oh my goodness, I don't hate it. Don't get it twisted, but my man, they hit up Picasso and said, "Hit us up with a jersey, my man. Like, get freaky with it." And he did. The artist on this jersey, There is a lot going on. Like we got Reds, and I'm sure this probably has to do with Wisconsin, and there's some connection. I don't know the story about this one. I know most of the stories, but this one I don't know.
I'm still I like those.
I don't hate it. That's what I'm saying. Like I would like if you put me on. If I was on the Bucks, I'd look at it and be like, oh,
gladly.
Sure, let's do it. I'm ready.
Yeah, gladly.
I would do it. Before we get to after here, I need to know what you guys are thinking about those. Ooh, yeah, the cream ones from last year were lit. I love those ones. It's crap. All right, Delano don't like it. That jersey like a bobsled. Yeah, man, the Jamaican team jerseys, man. You know, because there's a connection between Wisconsin and Jamaica. What you mean? You guys didn't know that?
Scoot about
scoot your cheese head, man. What's it called? The unis are bold, either good or bad. Facts. Well, we're just halfway through all the jerseys. Miami wins. Yeah, Miami to me so far are the best one. Jason Kidd got the most underrated Knicks jersey. What?
What?
What do you mean?
I'm confused.
The orange one with the sleeves were dope to me. I did not like that whole sleeve problem. I did not like the sleeves. LeBron obviously didn't like the sleeves. That sleeve experiment, that was one of Adidas' brightest spots, but whatever. We all know Puma's buying the NBA.
You done goofed. You done goofed.
Oh, there's video. We're not gonna watch it. I mean, look, Chris. It looks good on you, bro. It looks good on you, man. So this is what I was talking about. Nuggets. They just they pretty much 2018'd up the throwback jersey from the old Denver days. I like them. I like the film look. Like that looks pretty cool to me. It's cool. I'm with it. Nice and simple.
A lot of the LGBT would be like, "Oh yeah, I like that."
That is exactly right. You would think, yeah. Well, maybe there's some. Is there? Let me see. No, there's no connection to it. It's just. Yeah. It was what's it called? Inspired for Alex English. Now look in this picture. I didn't like them at first because I thought they were boring. But in this picture, the Washington one looks pretty sick.
Yes.
Too bad he ain't gonna be on that team for very long. Trade Bradley Beal. Get him out of there.
To where?
Anywhere else. I don't know, man. Washington just need to figure something out. Like they need to just blow it up. They need to do what Toronto did and just start over.
First off, they need to get Fat Man Wall on a diet plan. Okay.
Walt Walt's been playing all right. I don't know how I feel about this jersey. It looked like they had last year's City jersey put on the floor and then ran over it with the car.
Motor City. Zoom.
Motor City. I didn't even put that. I did not put that together. Yep, Motor City. There it is, on brand. And then here it is, Purple Rain. I like them. And seeing them on the court was nice. Seeing him on the court was nice. My man said Motor City. Here we go. The Thunders. Here we go. Okay, the Thunders have the City Edition. They look to honor the state's Native American heritage. There it is. See, I was close. I just couldn't get the words out.
What is the tribe?
They didn't say the tribe. All right. The uniforms are turquoise, which represents the 11th anniversary stone of the native color of friendship. Oklahoma City is in the midst of its 11th season in the state. The OKC on the front of the jersey pays homage to the four corners as well. Oh, I get it because there's four. That's okay. That's actually
Chris.
Cool.
What's the?
I don't know the tribe. I thought I had it on. I was gonna try to sound all smart, but I did not know the tribe. Okay, I did not know the tribe. All right.
Let's look it up. Trail of Tears, right quick.
Let me catch up. That
Cherokee?
kid Christmas jersey. I had a cop one for the floor job. Oh, got you. You were talking about the Christmas and you got it. I remember that jersey. T-Wolves and Miami have the best city jerseys. T-Wolves jerseys are fire. Miami to me still has the best one. Bolt still like king of Puma,
1A
y'all.
and 1B.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. No, it's 1 and 2. No, it is. I like Miami's. I just like that Miami Vice feel. Like it's lit. I think it's dope. It's 1 and 2. Not 1A, 1B. No, it's 1 and 2. Would love Beal on the Knicks. Who do we give up to get Beal on the Knicks? I feel like we have to give up some young things for that, and I ain't about it.
You would have to give up people with money. So Courtney Lee for sure.
Fine. And then a young guy. I don't want
It
Beal that
sucks.
much. I don't
It
want Beal that
sucks
much.
for you guys, but you guys might have to get rid of Ochefu.
All right, moving on. Ochefu is not even a Knicks problem anymore. He plays for the Windy City Bulls, all right? He has nothing to do with us. He's over in Chicago living his best life in the G League. Don't even bring Ochefu back to the Knicks. You need to get off the Ochefu trade. CK, would you trade Wall or Beal to come to the Knicks? I don't want to trade any youth, man. Like, let us get through this season, this offseason first before we make any kind of trades like that. Because we could possibly get a big-time agent for free.
Faux free.
Almost
like real faux, like fake free.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're right. I'm like, what you mean, man? They coming for free? But yeah, because we still got to pay them. All right. Need to trade THJ right now. That's a conversation for another time because I don't want to sound like a tenant. No, because you don't understand how I get labeled as a Tim Hardaway Jr. hater. Like, I can take the Mario hate because I don't like Mario Hezonja. Not a fan. Mm-hmm. But when I do like Tim Hardaway Jr., I'm very critical on him because he's supposed to be our star and he be doing some bonehead things. Anyways.
But he's not a star.
He's our star. Welcome to the Knicks, Brandon. When we have to say that Tim Hardaway Jr. is our star, okay? Mister, I have LeBron James, all right? Like, you remember you were one of us once, okay?
We had Xavier Henry, and that was our quote-unquote star, okay? So, I know.
I remember.
Understand.
You love Xavier Henry.
I love that man, okay? That man could do no wrong, and then he tore his Achilles. I was like, man, we cousins,
man. Xavier, yeah, he was showing some upside, but I like Chicago City. Oh yeah, we're gonna continue the City jerseys right now. I wanted to catch up on what you guys were talking about. Mario looks like a waiter. I'm sorry, that boy trash. I'm not a fan, man. I see the upside. It's just I don't see it coming anytime soon. That's the problem. People talk about, well, if you give him more time, how much more time does he need?
He's 2 years away from being 2 years.
Fizz was playing him way more than he should have played him to try to get something out of him, and nothing came out of him except for like 2 good games. I'm over it. Trade him. Use him as trade bait for something to get any of those other guys out. I'm over him. I'm over the Mario Hezonja phrase. I'm over it.
Preach.
I know I just as right when I'm talking about it, we gotta be patient, okay? Kevin Knox and da 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 da. I'm not patient about Mario Hezonja. That's not our project. We didn't draft him. He's not our project.
That man's a veteran too.
Yeah, kinda.
I would label him. If you're 4 or 5 years in the league,
yeah, I mean, because you label Kristaps Porzingis as a veteran, don't you?
Yes.
So then Mario was and then you're right. Not super, but subpar. I have not once, nor will I ever call him Super Mario. Okay, he does not live up to that adorable little plumber that saves Princess Peach. All right, he's not the same person.
Little plumber.
I mean, he's a little chunky little superhero. All right. Mario cannot shoot, and his offense is his only asset. He doesn't shoot consistently. All right, let's finish these City jerseys. All right, I saw. I think Delano said he's not a fan of the OKC. I like the OKC one. Where's that on your list?
What? The OKC?
Mm-hmm.
I guess
is it top
third,
5? Oh, it is top 5?
No. Fourth.
But it's still broke top 5?
I like those Jamaican. Yeah.
You putting them up in top 5? Dang, man.
I'm putting the Jamaican as third.
Here comes the jerseys I hate to admit, man. And they literally just added just a little bit. And then when I saw them on the players man, I hate Brooklyn, but those jerseys are nice. Just that I haven't little seen those design. Yet. They just won for the first time last night, or 2 nights ago. Last night, 2 nights ago, last night, one of the two. Whenever the last time Nets played.
Last year's. Where is this year's? All I see is Motor City.
Why are you on Detroit? Why are you looking for Detroit? There's Brooklyn.
That's all I see right now. Hold on.
All right. While he's looking for that, I'll move on to Philly. And their jerseys are inspired by Rocky, hence the gray from Rocky's gray sweatsuit. They did that alongside with the stars and Philadelphia.
Oh, Brooklyn. Okay.
Yeah, it's Biggie Smalls, the sweater.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, man. It's subtle. That. Yeah, it's subtle, but it's really dope, man. I think it's pretty cool. Charlotte trying. I like that color. I like that whatever blue you want to call that Charlotte rocks But
yeah, I know what you Turk. It's like a blue mixed in with a navy blue.
yeah, something like that. Well, not navy blue because the Knicks are
Like
navy
turquoise and navy blue
blue.
mixed
Something
together.
like that. Yeah, like that. That as much as I hate the team, that Panthers blue. I like that color.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all of them. City jerseys this year are okay. I feel like we peaked too early last year, but I think then that just leaves an opening for the jerseys next year to be fire. Because like Memphis jerseys, lazy, you know. Cleveland, no, they put work in those. But Pacers are lazy. Dallas, you can borderline say lazy. Yeah.
Motor City.
No, Motor City's not lazy. They put some more. They used real Detroit vehicles to run over each jersey.
They went and got Henry Ford's original car and was like, yeah, right here, over the jersey.
Back it up.
Yeah.
Back it up, man. Stop. Can we get a Motor City put on, please? Yeah, man. Bulls jersey. Yeah, Bulls. Yeah, where was the Bulls? I like Bulls. The Bulls where they have the Chicago flag. Yeah, I think those are. Yeah, I like those jerseys a lot too. I don't know why they weren't in that list that we just looked at. If Philly wanted to have a Rocky vibe, they would have had Creed shorts and ooh, that would have been cool too. I think it was just based off of the Rocky movie. It's not Creed though. Mm-hmm. Even though technically they're in the same world, but
have you seen Creed 2 yet?
Not yet. Didn't it just pop? It just came out, right?
It just came out. Yeah.
No, I probably can.
People said it's not as good.
Oh, don't say that. Whatever. I'm still watching it because I still want to hear this. I want to see the story. And Tessa Thompson's in it, so you can't tell me not to go see something with Tessa Thompson.
Oh, Tessa.
I love Tessa Thompson. When she was Valkyrie too.
Oh,
I love Tessa Thompson. The new Creed looks really, really good. It looks good, but I was hearing I don't want the false hope. I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna enjoy the movie. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Vancouver Grizzlies have the best jerseys ever, hands down. Over that then
I don't know. Then Toronto purple.
I was gonna say, are you a fan of Toronto? Speaking of, hold on.
I know what jersey. He's pulling up the T-Mac jerseys right now. I already know it.
Over this jersey. This actually is going to make an appearance in the new video tomorrow because it's a Tracy McGrady. For those who don't know, Tracy McGrady is my all-time favorite player. So outside Knicks, I got all the T-Max jerseys except for the Knicks one because I can't find any damn. They're expensive, man. I want to get the T-Mac Knicks jersey, but people auction them off for too much money, and I ain't doing that.
You haven't seen anything on Amazon? That's how I got the Kobe 8 jersey.
No,
Amazon.
Amazon was the first place I checked, and people out there selling them for like $500. I'm like, what the hell?
Okay, all right. I'm not gonna fault you then. I understand. I completely understand.
Yeah, I ain't doing all that. Nah, I don't know. Those are Fuego as well. Yeah, man, I like those jerseys, man. I thought those were lit. I'll sell you my T-Mac Knicks jersey. What size are you, stupid videos? I'm not calling your video stupid. That's what your name is. I disagree with the Vancouver jersey, but being the best one. What? I don't know. We're at that. Well, for those who didn't know, we're at that point of the show where we're wrapping up, and now we're just having fun. But Brandon, what's your all-time favorite jersey? I don't know my all-time favorite jersey.
My all-time favorite jersey?
Because you know what? And this might be biased. I love the. No, I have it. I love the Knicks. Not the 90s. I like the 90s jerseys. Don't get me twisted, but I like that in between 90s and 2010s.
2000s. Yeah.
I got it. Hold on. Sorry, Marbury coming. Hold on.
What up, Lillard? How you doing, man? Let's see. T-Mac could have been better than Kobe. He could have, but that back had other plans and the knees too.
Who? What?
Saying T-Mac could have been better, Kobe. I was
stop. I don't want to have that conversation, please. It's still depressing.
I said he could have.
No, you're right, but I don't like the what ifs with T-Mac. Those depress me.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, these are my favorite all-time jerseys. Might be biased because they're New York, but to me, they're just like it's just the perfect jersey. To me.
Man, those were back when like jerseys were 3 sizes bigger than everybody.
Facts. Yes, 100%. Factual. I'll put this here for the rest of this since we almost done. Yep, those are my all-time favorite jerseys. Again, not biased. It's just like I said, to me, it was just the perfect jersey, like black with the blue orange that we're so accustomed to. Man,
I wouldn't say these are my favorite jerseys, but I feel like they're underrated.
Which ones?
Especially when I would see them often because this team used to whoop our ass when Kobe. It was just the Los Angeles
The Bobcats.
Kobe. No, no.
Them too. Though. They whooped y'all.
The Phoenix Suns. Orange jerseys.
Yeah. I did like those too. Those too.
Those were pretty lit.
That was a good era of jerseys for sure.
Even though we just was like, nope, we're gonna keep it original. We're gonna keep it all the same. We're a mainstay franchise. We don't. Boston's like that too.
Boston. When the Knicks changed their jerseys to what they are now, I was in shock because the Knicks, it was always based. It was very similar based each upgrade that they've had. Did you? Fun fact, Brandon. By the way, you're not a Knicks fan, so you don't know this fun fact, and maybe some of you in the chat don't know. But fun fact: every New York Knicks jersey up until our city jersey this year all have a bit of an arc on the New York, right? And the city jersey that we dropped this year is the first one ever where it's just a straight New York. So that's a monumental moment for that jersey for those who care.
What's the arc represent?
Absolutely nothing besides old school style. It's literally just the old school style. Like if you look at Boston, the old Boston used to be arced as well, and then they eventually changed to just being straight. Absolutely nothing besides that's just like the old New York style. You know, there's an arc on the jersey, blah blah blah. But yeah,
y'all should arc it next time like your New York pizza, just a triangle. No. You're not feeling you okay. All right. I'm here every Sunday, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, y'all. It is about wrapping up time. This was fun. This was a fun ending. Shout out to the 35 of y'all. Like most of you guys have been here from beginning to end. We're approaching that 2-hour mark. Y'all the real ones, man. This was dope. It was a lot of fun. You guys still name me. All right, I'm gonna quick spitfire some of these favorite jerseys real quick. Going up. All right, Vancouver Grizzlies. We talked about that one. I'll sell you. No, stupid videos. I don't believe you. Extra large. I might talk to you about that later.
The Knicks just traded for Jimmy Butler. Where's that at?
Stop it. I don't want to hear it. That first year Melo came to New York, effing beautiful. Yeah, that was a beautiful time. Oh, those old Hawks. Yes, I love those jerseys. I know exactly what you're talking about. Actually, all of the Hawks throwbacks were dope. Those ones with the Hawk on it, and then like the way back ones where they had those like lines. Those ones were cool too. Even though the Nueva York ones, even though they had sleeves, I didn't like the sleeves. But I see what you're saying. The old Jazz and Hawks jerseys, yes, yeah.
Jazz, yeah, I like those too.
Yeah, 100%. But I liked all those. I got the Josh Smith ATL, the red ones. I like those, the yellow ones. Atlanta just always have had pretty solid jerseys from now. Even now, like their jerseys now are very like Seahawks. You know what I mean? Like the style and how they're like moving forward with the style, like because no one else has like that kind of design on the jersey. So I think it's kind of cool, man. All right, well, we're going to wrap it now. Yes, please, Entertain, I appreciate that. Yeah, if you haven't already, please hit that like. Much love, much love. But as we do in every live show, we end off with some words of positivity. And
I'll take it away. I got this.
I was trying to think of another one. my brain is mush tonight. Go ahead, Brandon.
So I guess I feel like it was a running theme for this week. A couple of my friends, they weren't treated the best from other people, so I tried to work them through some advice, and I guess I could share it down to you guys. Is if somebody doesn't do right by you, there's no need to get upset, no need to get angry. Everybody has their reasons, everybody has their circumstances that they're going through, and they're going through life just like you. They probably 9 times out of 10 did not mean to do it to you. And I'm sure maybe 50% of them are very apologetic towards that. You just gotta forgive and move on. shit happens in life. Censor that out, and
That's
you just
not how live streams work. But go ahead. You're good, dog.
it's a matter of just keep pushing it through that awkward phase or that time of vulnerability. Because everybody's gonna eventually hurt you in life, and we're all human beings.
Facts, man.
We know how to correct ourselves when something we don't do right. Everybody has compassion. Everybody has, the brain power in order to correct their wrongs. So, just forgive people and let's try and be better the next day.
Amen.
So,
Amen. I like that. I love when it's driven off of a real life experience, and it's, helps drive the point home a little bit more. But everybody, appreciate you guys for coming another week. Sorry we missed last week. I was gonna try to do the show myself, but I also had some things going on myself that I just took the advantage to take the time off as well. But we'll be back. We're back on track. We'll be back again next Sunday. Again, man, we've been from start to finish. The amount of people that have been in here has been amazing. I appreciate you guys for showing up. This is the beginning of the show. Where, as you see, every episode something changes. We adding something else. Something's getting added. We got the 50-50 board is the new addition to the show. We're growing together, man, and you guys are just part of the journey. So we're having a good time with it. I'm loving this and loving you guys' support, man. So new video dropping tomorrow, possibly a stream. When Brandon decides to get a place or gets 2K on PlayStation, he'll be joining me on those 2K streams. But yeah, man, fun times.
I can join the party.
You better hurry up, man. Last one was popping. We played with subs. It was lit, man. It was fun.
You know what? I think 2K just went on sale, honestly, for $30. So let me double check that, and then we can discuss that. Yeah.
And you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. To be continued. Much love to you guys, man. Y'all have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your night. For those that are in the East Coast, get some sleep. For those on the West Coast like us, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Enjoy your short week. I'll see you tomorrow.
A-Town.
All right, Usher. We out.